morning students. So in this lecture we will study about the data types of Java. So what is the data types of Java? Java has a variety of data types. That means if you are working on any data, that means that data must have types. That means which types of data that you are working. Suppose I am working on integer, so we can say that it is integer data type. If we are working on character, then we say that it is a character data type. If we work on fractional number like 1.2, decimal number like 1.23, then we say that we are working on float data type. So according to this, there are basically the two types of data. That means if you categorize these type of data, then that will be of like integer, float, double. But mainly there are two types of data. That means two data types. First one is primitive data types and second one is non-primitive data type. Then what is the definition of primitive data types? Basically here is the primitive data types. Just I'm taking over here, I'm explaining this. So primitive data types are the data types which can contain only one value. So what I am talking about only one value. Suppose if I say that integer, then integer how many values can contain? Integer can contain only one values. If I say that is character, then how many types of characters will contain the values? You can say character will have only one value. If I say that is float, then how many types of float can have value? Float can have value only one value. So these all comes to the that means primitive data types. So let me discuss first about integer, because what I was looking in the videos, that is which the picture which I have taken from the book, that is not in sequence. So that's why I just I was adjusting that sequence in the paper in your videos. So I said to you that is about the integers data type. Basically integers are further categorized in four parts. First one is byte, second one is short, int and long. So just remember this: byte, short, int, long. So why I am saying this, remember this sequence, because the memory, that means storage capacity, that means how much memory it will take to store, that means it is dependent on the sequence. So if I talked about the first one is byte, so 2 power 0, that means it will take 1 byte. Short, 2 power 1, that means it will 2 bytes. Int, 2 power 2, that means it will take 4 bytes. Long, 2 power 3, that means it will take 8 bytes. So byte, short, int, long, these are the sequence of memories. Next one is its range. So basically the byte range is -128 to 127, and short range is -32768 to 32767. So this is the range of the byte and short. And the next range is very that means very long. You should not remember the range, and there is no use in the programming the range, but the memory is important, how much memory it is taking. This is very important in programming, so you must remember this memory, the storing memory also. And you people know that in 1 byte there are 8 bits, so you can convert this memory in the bits also. Like if I say 1 byte, then it will be 8 bits. If I say 2 byte, then it will be 16 bits. So okay students, so I have discussed about integer data types. Next come to the float, that means floating point data types. Basically the values which holds that means decimal numbers that are called floating point data types. These are of two types. First one is float, second one is double. So what is the difference between float and double? So basically float is having 7-bit precisions, and the double is having 15-bit precision. What does it mean? It means that after decimal, that means if I talk about float, then after decimal it is having 6 digits. Suppose if I dividing 100 by 3 and this number is a float, then it gives 33.6 times 3. If I decided it is double, then it gives 33.3. After decimal there will be 14 times of 3. Okay students, so this is the this is the meaning of precisions. So you can just think about that double is more accurate because it is having more digits after the decimal. So if a number is having more and more digits after the decimal, then that number will be more accurate. How? If I will give you a number 33.3 and another one will give you a number 33.333, so someone will ask you which number is more accurate, then you will say second one 33.333 because it is having more digits. So one thing I have explained in the videos, like if you divide any number, then automatically it just goes in the double, and I promised you that I will show you in the example. So do not worry, the time came. I will explain each and everything with the examples. So that is floating point is completed. Next one is character data types. Okay, so character data types are the data types which can store the characters, and basically it is of 2 bytes. So 2 bytes means 8 multiplied 2, that means 16 bit, and it is having the range 0 to 65535, and this is store only single character data. Okay students, so anything if you will write in the single quote, then that will be the character. So these are the character data types. Next one is Boolean data types. Basically this is the Boolean data types. This one is Boolean data types. Basically will have the values true and false, as I discussed earlier. It is having 2 values, either true either false. So this will discuss in the logical conditions, and it contains only how much size. Its size is but using only 1 bit, that means its size is 1 bit. Just remember this, the Boolean value size is 1 bit. Next one is Boolean completed character, integer, float. These are all completed. Next one is escape sequence. What is escape sequence? Basically you know that in Java there are some predefined that characters are written that are understandable by the Java compiler, that is called escape sequences. So basically it is written with the slash, that means backward slash, and enclosed in the quotes. That means you cannot say that it is enclosed in the quotes, but it is always attached with the backward slash. Suppose if I want to print that means n, then I directly write from the keyboard n, then it will be printed by the Java. But if I write slash n, so Java understand it is Java understand Java understand that it is a new line character. If I write slash t, then Java understand it is 8 space, then bit T for tab. So I said to you 1 tab means 8 space. So Java understand it, this key you have given 8 space. Okay, if I written for backward slash double quotes, then Java understand you want to write the double quotes. If you have written backward slash single quotes, then Java understand you want to write the single quotes. These are the some terms of special sequence. So special sequence is also completed, data types completed. Next one is operator, because I'm sorry for sequence is not in the proper order. Next one is operators. So basically what are operators? Basically operators are the symbols, listen, operators are the symbols which works on operand. So if you are adding 2 plus 3, then you get answer 5. So 2 or 3 is called operands. The operator which works on, that means operator works on operand. So operand are 2 or 3 are called operand. So if I discuss how many types of operators are there, so basically there are 3 types of operators: unary operator, binary operator, and ternary operator. So that these are the mix up, if these are the mainly 3 types of operator, but if I mix these all things, then you will get many types of operator like unary, assignment, arithmetic, relational, increment, decrement, logical operator, bitwise operator, conditional, or ternary operator. What are the unary operator? Unary operator means it works on unary, that means it works on single operand. Binary means binary, that means it work on that means more than 2 operand. And ternary means it works on more than 3 operands. So these are the definition we will discuss in the later chapter. Okay, and next one is that is logical operator. So you will understand logical operators. I already said that double address, double or, and these are not operators because it is not visible to you in the that means it is just like this line, then there will be one dot this one dot is just below of that standing line. So this is the symbol of not operator. So bitwise operator, this is and or, and this one is not. This bitwise operator not is represented by this way. Conditional operator, this one, this question mark and this colon, one dot and second one dot. Next one is that is some shift operators also in Java, and these are the relational which tells the relation between the operands, like you are greater than, I am less than, I am greater or equal than, I am less than or equal than, I am equal to you. So in Java this is sign is used for equal to you and not equal to, first you write this one standing line and dot, then you will write this equal sign. This is not equal sign. That means you are not equal to me. So these are the relational operator. We will, do not worry students, for operator you will not take any confusion, or you will not take any headache ki sir is not explaining in details. The next just coming chapters, this will be discussed in details. I will discuss with practical. So students, I think this the picture which I have taken is completed. So let me do some practical for you as I promised. Just open me BlueJ. Wait, it's BlueJ is opening. Okay, so I open this. If I remove the previous one code, because it's no need, and if I do float 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 f equal to 12.3, and I'm going to print this f, then see compile here, then after that you just run this code. As it come variable f is already defined, method main, okay, you have decided the variable here f, so that's why I change this variable. This is the error is giving. So just because you cannot decide that write the two variables name same, so compile it. I'm sorry, compile again, it's giving some error. 12.3 incompatible by possible lossy conversion from double to float. This so students cannot understand why this error is happening. They are not understanding. They just so I have written float equal to 12.3. Why it is giving error? Because this is a lossy conversion, because you have decided float, but Java understand this is a double. Java take it is a double. What Java take? Java take it is a double, because double is having the high precision. Just write here f. If you write f, then what happened? So just change to D, otherwise it will create once again the problem. If f sorry, if you written here f, the Java understand, oh, you have written float. You can see this class is compiled. If you want to run this, then run it. Run this code. 12.3, you are getting 12.3, but what I did, okay, if I do it double, 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 then no need to write this, just compile it. This is compiled, and after that just run this code. wait, you will get the answer. You get 12.3 in the last. So basically there is no error if you are writing it double. So by default Java, if you write here the float, listen, if you write here the float, then Java, what Java do? Java do always convert to itself in the double, because double is having the high precision. So but if you want to forcefully to Java says that to Java tell, I want to keep it in the float, then just write here f. Then forcefully you told the compiler कि I want to take this value in the form of float. So that's why you have written capital F or small f. Just write here capital F, there will be no problem, check it.